Hey guys, Danielle here with GLI's educational series, If I Can Do It, So Can You. Today we're going to talk about wrinkled liners. Come on, let's dive in. Okay guys, so special treat once again, Mr. Corey Bradley, our customer service manager, is here with us today. Say hi, Corey.
Hey guys.
And we're going to talk about the dreaded wrinkled liner.
It happens, yeah.
It unfortunately happens. Can you just walk us through why does it happen, and is it a warranty thing?
Sure. One of those answers is real easy, and one of them will require a little bit more information.
Okay.
So not covered under warranty.
Okay.
So we know that, know that based on the warranty we offer. But it happens for a couple different reasons, and really there's two main reasons that can cause a liner to wrinkle, or to fade, particularly wrinkle. But so number one is there's water behind the liner. Could be groundwater, water table issues are a very real thing. Could be a leak, so a leak somewhere, like if there's like an old gasket, something that needs replaced, that water trickles down behind the liner, presents itself as a wrinkle.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Those are a little bit easier to kind of diagnose, because it's something you can kind of see, it's in one spot. So water behind the liner. The second main reason is that the water chemistry is out of balance, and the imbalance is causing the liner to become damaged.
Ooh, okay.
Which is really probably the most common one, I would think.
Right. I think that would be common because, I guess it's not easy to keep your water balanced, but obviously it's something that you need to do regularly,
Sure.
check regularly to make sure it doesn't happen. So, okay, so what is, talk us a little bit more about this water chemistry and how it causes the wrinkles.
Sure. So really, to keep it at a simple level, water chemistry requires a lot of different things to keep your water safe for swimming.
Okay.
The two main components we talk about when it comes down to wrinkled liners is chlorine and pH.
Chlorine and pH. Okay, chlorine, which sanitizes your pools.
Yep.
And then pH. Okay.
Yeah. So really, the I would say probably the most common cause is a very high level of chlorine.
Oh.
So like a high level of chlorine is really not good for your water. If you ever swam and your eyes burn, that's too much.
Oh yeah, I don't want that.
I think we all grew up with those eyes.
Yes, I think there's probably a lot of wrinkle liners back in the day.
Yeah. So a high level of chlorine or a low level of pH.
Okay.
Like if the pH is too low, or a combination of those two kind of working in tandem to just do damage to the liner.
Okay.
But really what it does, it changes the water chemistry is out of balance. It changes the composition of the liner over time. The liner can grow. The liner, again, will have wrinkles, which we're talking about. The liner can fade.
Oh.
And even if it gets, some of the worst cases we've seen, the liner can become brittle and even like crack.
Oh.
Yeah. So not a great situation.
No.
But those are really the most common things that will cause this issue in a vinyl liner pool.
Excellent. Now, I know that there's been some talk about auto covers, and everybody loves an auto cover. Auto covers are great for your pool.
Yeah.
They're an excellent way to protect your pool and like when you're not in it or whatever. But I think there is some issues around auto covers and what they could potentially harm the liner because on accident.
So yeah, I think it's not necessarily the auto cover.
Okay.
So the auto covers again are great, great product, but it's how you use the auto cover in tandem with your water chemistry.
Okay.
So we talked a little bit about water chemistry. Let's add an auto cover into that, into that equation. So auto covers are convenient, right?
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're convenient. You just shut it, close it, boom, done. What we found is that people that have auto covers, they keep the pool closed when they're not using it because it's real easy.
Okay.
But what that does is, as the water chemistry has, you add chlorine to balance and things like that to sanitize. As that cover is closed, there's nowhere for that chlorine gas to escape.
Oh, so it goes back in.
It sticks in there, and so even if you say, hey, I test my water regularly, if you have an auto cover and you don't test your water right after you take your auto cover off, you're not going to get an accurate reading of really where that water's at. Oh. So that's where we run into some tricky scenarios.
Right. I'm not an expert. Please, I'm not. I did have a biology degree, as you've heard me say in other videos, but I think it even probably gets warm, and the heat that might be underneath there too, in combination with the closing and all that could So what would you suggest? Should we open the auto cover often during the day?
Yes,
Or?
yeah, that's what we recommend. Just keeping it open, or opening it, a few days throughout the week to make sure that you have enough time for the off gassing for the chlorine to kind of get out and not stay within your in your pool.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so again, get your pool water chemistry checked often. Pretty much maybe as often as you're out there, maybe once a day, or?
I'll say too, like there's a lot of pool pros that that's a service that they offer.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's a great thing too. Like if you're busy, you don't have time. I know some folks are going back to work and things like that. So
right.
A good pool pro will come out and test your water regularly for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep your pool water chemistry tested regularly. Make sure you don't have too much high chlorine or too low of pH. Get that stuff balanced. We'll go over in another video where you should lie for the optimal water chemistry, so you kind of have that information. And again, wrinkles are terrible, so let's try to avoid them.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you coming here
Sure.
and walking us through this. I know that the people at home are going to find it really informative.
I hope so. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.